Okay. Are you ready?
I think so.
You think so? You didn't put your Birkin on the floor, did you? Oh,
I'm
God.
very disappointed in you, Jackie. This is a Kelly.
Kelly, I'm so sorry. Wait, by the way,
It's deceiving because it's large. It's a 40.
okay, I'm sorry. By the way, I'm gonna have to consult you. I won't do this on air because I'll get my asshole ripped
Well, what
apart
else is new?
and 1-star reviews for days. And I can't afford any more 1-star reviews. But if I was looking to partake as a starter Hermes bag person, where do you go? What do you do?
Well, you're going to, I would say you would go to whatever is closest to you. I would personally go to Beverly Hills.
Just which bag?
Oh, which bag? I thought you meant how do you start the process of getting your name on the list?
No, no, no. I mean, that's a whole other fucking
okay.
story.
Which bag?
Which bag do you do?
I would go with a neutral, probably black.
Okay. What
Um,
style?
Um, I mean, right now I'm more into Kelly's, but I always love a Birkin.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna send you some things later because I need some
right
consulting.
now, because everyone's so into Kelly's, I'm probably going back to the Birkin. So I would go with like a black Birkin, gold hardware,
Okay.
probably Togo, not
Togo.
Epsom.
Okay. Okay. This is good.
Okay, we'll
Write this
talk.
down. Someone write this down.
Yeah.
Now we're officially getting started. Kyle Richards, thank you for not canceling. Thank you for being here. This is
Did you think I was going to cancel?
I didn't think you were going to cancel because we know each other. We have a rapport, and you know that,
Yes.
like, I got your back here. I do want to start off strong. I just want to address the elephant in the room, okay? And if anything is too personal, we can cut this out. I've got you. She's
I'm
nervous.
already dead. Goodbye. Nice knowing you.
Will you just tell the listeners at home, what is Kim Richards' chicken salad recipe, and have you ever tried it? This is what the people want to know. This is on the tip of the tongue. This is pop culture apex shit.
Well, now that I know how she made it, I know.
Could you invest in a pair of tongs for your sister, Kim?
I was very confused by that myself. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
I mean, we never saw that growing up.
Right.
So where did she get that from? I don't know.
Do we know it's in
But
the
it's
recipe?
just so funny whenever I see that online. I'm just like, what is happening here?
Is it a Miracle Whip? Is it a mayo?
Oh, it's funny you should say that.
Inquiring minds
So
need to know.
Growing up, we were always opposites with those things. Everything.
Okay.
She likes Miracle Whip. I like mayonnaise. She liked ketchup. I like mustard. You know, so
It's very goyim.
Yeah, it was very.
Now that you've converted, we can say that.
Okay. Yes. Well, yes.
Miracle Whip is very Gentile. Does she throw an apple in there? Is it a grape? Is it a nut?
I didn't eat it.
You've never had it.
No.
So you cannot attest to the Kim Richards chicken salad of it all. I wanted
No,
a
but
1
I can
to
watch
10.
those memes for days, though.
Unfucking believable. Unbelievable. Kyle Richards, what a year you've had. It's been a bit of a shit show. I think that you have handled everything so graciously. I met you probably like a year and a half ago. I'll never forget where I was when I got the text being invited to Kyle Richards' home for a Shabbat dinner.
Oh, has that been a year and a half? Yeah.
I think so.
That's
I
so
was
funny.
freshly pregnant. We were sisters in sobriety back then. I was not drinking. It was like me and Andrew left your house and we were like, that felt like a home. Do you know what I mean?
Yes. No, that was a really fun Shabbat dinner for sure.
It was
For
so
the Haim
fun.
sisters. All of us
Haim
singing.
sisters.
Yeah.
Kyle was singing Landslide acoustic. I was like, what the fuck is going
With our
on?
rabbi and his guitar. I know,
Yes.
that was really fun, I have to say.
It was so nice. At that point in time, were you and Mauricio separated?
I'm trying to think of the timing. I actually don't.
It was January 2023.
It was January 2023?
Yeah.
Yes. We were
Okay.
already struggling there. Yeah.
If I can just say as an outsider who was in your home, I would never like exploit or extort anything, but I left there feeling like regardless of anything that was going on, that was like a very homey, warm environment. And also, if people's children are indicative of who they are as people, like you and Mauricio have fucking killed it because your daughters are amazing.
Thank you. Thank you.
Truly, truly.
I have to say, and when they were first approached to do buying Beverly Hills, I was very hesitant for obvious reasons as a mom, and
course.
especially after doing my show for so many years. But I get so many nice messages about my daughters, and it just feels really nice. And everyone's been so nice to them. I'm like, okay, it's 2 seasons now, and they're still looking good and coming out shining. So it's always the best compliment I can ever get. as a mom, to hear about your
Oh,
daughters like that.
beyond. I mean, you guys came to my Hanukkah party, and everyone was like, "Who are those adorable brunette girls?" That they were like the last people to leave my house. It was the cutest thing of all time.
They were having so much fun.
Sophia was like, "Can I sleep over? I would like to move in. Please show me my room." I was like, "I'll get you fucking bunk beds. We'll put little chocolates on your pillow."
She's very funny.
So funny.
Very sarcastic. Yeah, she has a great sense of humor.
And she's become like kind of a meme icon, buying Beverly Hills.
Yes, she has. I know. It's
So
so
funny.
weird for me to see them all of a sudden, going to stage coach and people coming up and, in those situations, people are always, drinking and,
Yeah.
they're a little more boisterous and they'll come running up, oh my God. And just to see them sort of like, back up. Like, I think Alexia, passed out twice with people running up and almost grabbing her. And she's
Oh my
like, that's very
God.
unsettling.
Very unsettling. It's surprising how well adjusted they are and how well adjusted you are. I mean, I've been listening to old episodes of Bitch Bible, and I was pretty vocal about insulting you and your caftans
Oh, yeah.
for, probably like 7 years ago, and I'd like
Yeah.
to apologize for that because now
Yeah.
I'm in my caftan moment.
By the way, if you're on a yacht, you need to have a caftan.
You do.
I wasn't wearing them till lunch in Beverly Hills, but the illusion was that I was just running around in them all the time.
I feel like there was a lot of off-sea caftan wear that maybe you've blocked out.
I never wore a caftan running around. I wore like maybe sundresses that people the lines started blurring, Jackie, okay?
I would just like to say, what is your definition of a caftan? Because for me, it's anything that doesn't really have any type of structure, tits down.
Okay, well, if that's the case, then I guess, yes, I wore maybe loose flowing tops and things. When I had bigger boobs,
Yeah,
I had double D boobs, no implants.
same.
I had a breast reduction, and now I'm a C, and I have no desire to wear those things. Maybe not even on a yacht.
I know. Now, whatever, like, caftan, if caftans are at a 10, you're on the other side of the spectrum now. You are giving us body. The body is hot and snatched. And we were talking
Thank
about this
you.
earlier. Kyle Richards has never partooketh in the Ozempic.
No, never have.
Never.
No, I know. And literally, like, I think back, those rumors tortured me because it's so frustrating when you're working so hard and, to see lies out there about yourself, it's always maddening. But now I'm like, those lies weren't so bad, I guess. I would welcome those stories.
I was gonna say, Kyle, hindsight being 2020,
Yeah.
we lust for the Ozempic
Yeah,
days. That
now-
feels light.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, my sister Kathy nailed it. She's like, if people knew who you are and your anxiety, you would never try something like that. I mean,
No.
people are literally losing their hair and they can't, they're losing their muscle tone and their stomachs are paralyzed. I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, I don't want to get in trouble here, but that's the stories that I'm seeing out there. So I don't know why anybody would still be doing that.
Well, as I look in the mirror out of the shower and I see my little friends hanging off the sides of my jeans, I would be more inclined to shoot up than I was, I don't know, a year ago, but I'm still not doing it.
Well, years ago, I probably would have tried anything,
Yeah.
honestly.
Except diet
and
and
I can slip into
exercise?
that. I can slip into that, like the thing is, I also don't really need that kind of thing because my personality, if I really want to do something, I can take it too far with exercising too much and not eating
Really?
enough. So yeah, so I really wouldn't need that. Probably the bigger concern would be that I actually could do that, just not
So-
eat enough maybe.
So where is the line now? Because you love to work out, you're eating
Mhm.
healthy, you've kind of like overhauled your whole lifestyle, which I think is honestly very inspirational because when you're going through a tough time, the last thing you want to do is, have these crutches. So instead, you wanted to be super, super clear,
Yes.
super, super strong.
Mhm.
And it all makes sense. And I don't understand why people are having such a hard time realizing the connection of the two.
I think some people are, and if they're choosing to really be smart about it, you can see I was going through a whole lot, and not only losing my best friend, but my marriage, and obviously I wasn't speaking to my sister, so it was kind of everything at once. It was very overwhelming for me, a lot of loss for me.
Yeah.
So that is what if I'm being honest, like that is when you can't control everything going around you, that is something I could control. I'm
Right.
going to be eating right and exercising and doing everything in my power.
Yeah.
And I probably took it too far. I look back, I'm like, okay, maybe I wasn't eating enough. I was exercising too much.
Right.
But, it's balanced out now, and now I'm good. Some days I cheat some days, and, I have it I have it figured out, and
Yeah.
I'm in a good place with that now. So
I feel like you're very self-aware. You've been honest on the show about having, like, eating struggles when you were younger, so I feel like you would have a good kind of vantage point on, like, when it's going too far in the other
well,
direction.
see, the problem is when you've had any eating issues and someone says it's going too far,
Yeah.
you kind of like it's like a reinforcement. You're
Yeah.
like, oh, that means this is good. This is working.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not thinking that's an insult. So
No.
that's that is the problem there. So I had to like, okay, Kyle, you want, and obviously being a mom, that's when I go, okay, I need to,
Right.
my girls are looking at me, so I want to just be the healthiest and most together I can be, and
I don't. I wanna be withering away, crawling, fighting for my life, brittle and gaunt, but
Well,
it's not in the cards for me. I can say that because I don't have that type of personality. You know how you just said, "When I put my mind to something, I can really facilitate." Whatever the opposite of that, that's
that's who
me.
you are.
I'm just complaining and bitching
Well, what sign are
and
you again?
Leo.
Leo. Well, I'm a Leo rising. I'm a Capricorn.
Okay.
When I put my mind to something, there's literally nothing that can stop me.
I'm a double Leo Scorpio, which is basically
Oh.
the worst combination you could ever be.
No, I think that sounds pretty amazing, actually.
You think so?
Yeah, this is why you do what you do.
Ugh.
If I didn't have my Leo rising, I could not be on television. I would be home. I would probably be a librarian and never leave my home.
Really?
Yes, I'm socially awkward. I'm
No, you're not. You're
and,
not
well,
socially
you know me
awkward.
like this.
Oh,
And if
okay.
you see me at a party when I'm not on camera, I'm in a corner. I'm very much an introvert.
I've seen you at a
People don't know
party
that.
in a corner with Jeff Lewis at my house.
Yes,
Off
well, I
camera.
know Jeff, so I gravitated towards Jeff. I also had, I don't know.
Couple bones to pick.
Yes, he was sending me a lot of orchids, apologizing all the time.
I
But
know.
we're good.
I was
We're
going
good.
to say, I don't want to have to send you an orchid after this.
You will not have to send me an orchid.
Hopefully. The day is young, Kyle.
This is true. We're just getting started.
Have you ever sat in a dark closet rocking back and forth, cursing the day that you got your period and thinking about how unfair it is that women can literally just lose a week of their lives every single month to PMS symptoms? That's a quarter of the month robbed from them by good old Aunt Flo. Luckily, you can make it so much easier to manage PMS with Estro Control. Estro Control is a formula developed by Happy Mammoth, a supplement company dedicated to making women's lives easier. Estro Control contains science-backed herbal extracts that help support hormonal health, so it is perfect for premenopausal women who suffer from PMS. Our body's hormones, including estrogen, are processed in the liver, okay? So when estrogen isn't processed well in the liver, women may start having PMS and all pimples and cravings and skin spots that come with it. Estro Control's ingredients help support the liver to reduce these symptoms so that women can feel like themselves all month long. Hallelujah. Estro Control is made specifically for women who are premenopausal, so it is perfect for women that haven't entered menopause yet, in case you're stupid. In fact, it's really great for women in perimenopause because that's when your hormones really start to fluctuate and PMS can be violent. For a limited time, you're going to get 15% off your entire first order at happymammoth.com. Just use the code Jackie at checkout. I have tried this product. I have loved this product. If you're a crazy bitch like me during that time of the month, please give it a go. Once again, go to happymammoth.com and use the code Jackie for 15% off your entire first order. You better crank that AC because things are heating up at DraftKings Casino. Play hundreds of games all summer long. Dive into a casino classic or blast off with DraftKings exclusive Rocket. New players start by playing just $5 to get $50 in casino credits in your pocket instantly. All you got to do is download the DraftKings Casino app and sign up with my code BIBLE. You'll be soaking up the fun in no time. The crown is yours, honey. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Or in West Virginia, visit www.1800gambler.net. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. 21 plus, physically present in Connecticut, Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, West Virginia, only void in Ontario. One per opted-in new customer, $5 in wagers required. Max $50 in non-withdrawals. Casino credits that expire in 168 hours. See casino.draftkings.com/get50 for eligibility terms and responsible gambling resources. Thank you.
I do want to ask you because everybody fucking wants to know, and I have my whole psychoanalysis that I like think about at 3 a.m. after I've taken a Unisom about why people are so hyper fixated on your friendship with Morgan Wade. I think that it feels repressed to me. I feel like people are watching at home. They want something salacious. They say you haven't addressed it. You've addressed it 700 fucking times. She didn't sign up for this show.
Right.
It's annoying.
Yeah.
Also, it's not crazy that when you're going through this stuff with your marriage, I can speak to this. I'm married. All of my friends are couple friends. They're all very ingrained in me and Andrew's life as a couple. It's not crazy that you would make a friend, a close friend, of someone that's maybe a little bit more external from you and Mauricio.
Oh, well, also, I mean, I think also bonding over, in our little friend group chat,
Yes.
that's involves four of us actually. It is talking about, our problems, and I'm sharing, and,
Yeah.
bonding over all that. I mean, the things I hear about my friends' husbands, and we do that as women,
Oh
so
my God. Anyone who says they don't fucking do that is a dirty ass liar. It's how we
yeah.
bond.
Exactly. So, but anyway, yeah, I don't know. There's obviously a lot of curiosity about that always, and I mean, I can't talk about it ad nauseum, but
Of course.
but anything I say or do,
It's minced, it's
people
parsed, it's a
analyze with a
headline.
magnifying glass.
So annoying.
Yeah.
How are you and Morgan now? Because there were
She's
rumors that
great.
you weren't talking
No, she's
and this,
great.
that, the other thing. You guys are good.
Yes, she's good, and we're good, and she's on tour right now,
Yes.
and just on the road and busy, and and
As
I'm
a
here in
touring pop
LA.
star, I
Yeah.
understand. When you're out on the road, you're
Yeah.
busy.
You're busy. What can I say?
It fucking happens. A lot of talk recently in the past couple weeks about Mauricio. Did he move to West Hollywood?
He did.
He did.
Yeah.
Okay. And how are you doing?
That was weird.
Yeah.
That was definitely. I always knew that when that day came, it would feel strange. Very real all of a sudden.
Yeah.
And yep, and that's exactly what happened. I mean, I'm a mom of four. I have a busy household. I've got
Yeah.
6 dogs right now.
Is that
Breath-
legal?
Jackie, two I'm babysitting. Shut up, Jackie. No, well, actually, the truth is, one of them does live with Alexia.
Okay.
And she comes and goes. Right now, she's at my house again because Alexia's in Japan.
Prove it in court, Kyle.
But, I know, trust me, I think about this all the time. But I couldn't help that this dog needed a home, this new puppy, and it happened to
She's
be.
a fucking philanthropist. What are you going to do?
Yes.
Put her in the LA County Encino
Yeah,
jail?
hardcore prison. So, I'm used to having a lot of chaos and stuff going on around at my house. And
Yeah.
the day that he moved out was just like, it was just strange because I came home and I was like, everything's so quiet. And, I have these 2 women who worked for me for, many, many years. And
Yeah.
they weren't even there. And I was like, where is everybody? And it was just Sophia. And I was like, where's everybody? What's going on? And then, it just sort of like dawned on me because, I had been away and then he did this while I was out of town. So, which is the smart thing to do.
Yeah, you don't need to be there. What are you
Well,
helping
yeah.
organize boxes
Well, no,
and load
I
up
even
the
said I don't
U-Haul?
want to be there to see that. And so, it was just strange. And it's sort of like, wow, this is going to be like this sometimes. And,
Yeah.
Alexia moved out recently, which is
Oh.
also strange. So I'm like, and I'm like, even the dog, she even took a dog. So
Now you only have 14 dogs.
yes. So anyway, it's just an adjustment
It's
for
different.
sure.
It's
Yes.
different. I mean, when you've been married, how long?
28 years.
And you know what? By definition, that is a successful marriage. That is an accomplishment. Like,
is.
regardless of outcome, like, that is a huge accomplishment. Most people can't say that.
Yes. No, I agree. It took me a while to like really realize that. And, for me, it was like one of my biggest, not one of my biggest accomplishment. I came from a home that was broken, and
Yeah.
my mom was married many times.
Yeah.
So I was very proud of, my marriage and the family that we built. So it was hard for me to finally get to a place where I could say, this is a success no matter what. This is a success, But
and you guys were all at Stagecoach together recently.
yeah, we get along, and
So nice.
yeah. So I know it's very strange because people look and, I'm like, this is just very strange. We're walking in someplace and all eyes on us. I'm like, this feels so strange. But, it
Totally.
is nice. And I am very proud of the fact that we get along and we can still do things like that as a family,
Yeah.
because we are a family no matter what.
No matter what. And I think it speaks to just your elevated existence right now and all the work that you've done on yourself that you can be in a position to be around him socially, to take the higher road. Like, is there a part of you that, with all the rumors and all the bullshit, is there just like a little bit of part of you that's like kind of likes the mystery that has surrounded you?
I thought you were going to say, taking the high road. Sometimes really want to take the lowest road there is.
Of course.
I mean, do I like the mystery? No,
Just
I
in, like,
don't
a
like the.
revenge-
I don't like the mystery in the sense that it makes people more intrigued.
Okay.
But I don't like feeling like I have. I mean, I've shared so much of my life for so long.
And how crazy is it that these women sit across the sofa from you and have the audacity
The
to
audacity.
to quote Ramona Singer, to say that you haven't been open or you haven't shared enough.
I know.
Your line, Kyle, when you looked at Sutton and you said, I've done this on the show, my daughter, my sisters, my marriage, you got a fucking horse.
Yeah.
I chills. I slipped out of my seat.
Oh, well, I mean, obviously they're curious too, but like just because people are nosy or curious doesn't mean I owe that to them. I
No.
show a lot.
No.
And, I'm also thinking of my family. I'm thinking of Mo. I'm thinking of my daughters. And
Right.
they come before any TV show, obviously.
For sure.
So, I share a lot. Do I need to bring them into, like I said, into my bedroom and explain the exact, intimate details of what went awry? I mean, I'm not, it's,
No.
where do you draw the line? I mean,
And
are they
you're
going to
so
are they going to
close
watch
to
me
it, so-
shower?
I know.
I mean, come in the bathroom with me? It's, I have to draw the line somewhere.
And I just have a slight premonition that maybe you know a lot about these women that you've been safeguarding.
Listen, I know a lot about these women.
Uh-huh.
Some more
I know
than
things
others,
about
obviously.
these women too.
And another thing, is I mean, there has to be at some point, like, I don't want to say girl code, but I'm trying to think of a better term. But, like I'm struggling. Like I was struggling there. Like, help me out a little bit. I'm having this hard time.
Yeah.
Just, can you maybe just give me a little bit of a break?
Yeah.
Help me out here.
Who hurt
So-
you the most last season?
Oh my gosh. I mean, this is just, this is what happens to me now. Now I'm just waiting for the headline about this later.
Oh, God.
But,
Nobody listens to this show. You'll be fine.
Yeah, right. So, obviously I was hurt by Sutton and then, later by Dorit. And I hesitate to even say this, like I just said, because
I
I
know.
just don't want to stir it up again. But, like I said, they knew what I was going through in my personal life. So
Yeah.
it felt like, wow, I mean, you're really doing this for cameras or whatever, because I needed them,
Yeah.
and as friends, as women.
Yeah.
So that was very hurtful. And even the message being read at the reunion, I have never in all of these years, I mean, even when Brandi Glanville and I were, enemies at our worst,
Yeah.
she had said things to me off camera. I would never ever
Yeah.
ever repeat anything
Mhm.
anyone said to me off camera, on camera, no matter what. I've never done it. And I
Never.
can live with myself knowing I would never do that.
Mhm.
So that really surprised me. The only time we've ever read messages is when it's like a group message and like,
Sure.
was oh, she didn't invite me. This is the message she read. Things like that where we're all reading it. A private message? No, never.
No, that felt a little dirty.
Yeah, so I was hurt by that and, whatever. But what can I?
Blossom gain, as they say.
Ah.
What about the rumors that Chelsea Handler is joining the cast?
I cannot with all the rumors. I mean, that is just, I don't even know where that one came from. Some of them I think, okay, well, I can get where this one came from.
Yeah.
Melanie Griffith is joining the cast.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
It's just, I don't know where that came from. That came from a picture that we took together when Jamie Lee Curtis did her, it was, the Chinese theater. She had her foot in. We were there. We took a picture together. I don't know. That was like, oh, she's joining. They just come up with their own stories.
That's fucking
It's
insane.
literally what happens. Someone sees something, one person makes up a story, someone else says, oh, I heard that,
It
and next thing
literally
you know.
only takes one person to be like,
Yes.
I heard Chelsea Handler. When I heard that, my brain fucking exploded. I'm like, this is not true. There is No way in hell.
I don't even like think about it. I mean, honestly, there's so many things. The headlines I've seen about myself this year, honestly, I mean, nothing surprises me anymore. I just don't even care. I've had to like numb myself to
Yeah.
that stuff. But the rumors, who else did I hear? Oh, Valeria.
Oh my God, I
Alera
would
Baldwin.
drop dead.
Well, I did say she'd be a great housewife, and you know she would.
Have you seen that video of her doing those moves after giving birth to like 500
Yes,
children?
yes.
What the fuck is that?
I don't know, but I stand by that. She would be a great housewife.
Is there anyone else that you think would be just a fucking rock star housewife?
Gosh, I used to always say Chrissy Teigen, but we know that's not going to happen. And, now I'm saying Hilaria would be.
She'd be
How do we actually
amazing.
say the name Hilaria?
It's Hillary. Her name's fucking Hillary.
I know,
Okay.
okay, yes. so-
Hilaria.
Hilaria. But, I don't know.
No Chelsea Handler. That's not happening.
Well, first of all, she wouldn't no, that wouldn't, no.
She'd be amazing, but it's not going to happen.
Yeah, it's not going to happen. There's certain people you just have, when you hear that rumor, like, that's just not true. I don't know where that came from.
What about Morgan Stewart?
I've recommended Morgan in the past.
I think she'd be amazing.
She would be an amazing housewife. That has come up.
Yeah.
I think that actually her kids were too little and she had a lot going on. So
Yeah.
But-
Maybe later. I'm going to talk to her about it. I think she would fucking kill.
Oh, I called her.
You did?
Yeah, she went to school with my daughter Farah.
Yeah,
since they
yeah.
were little. So anyway, I love Morgan. She would be great.
Oh my God, she would be so funny.
Yeah, she would.
Here is my truth, okay? It is practically bikini season, and I want to be bikini ready, but I don't want to put in any of the bikini work. Well, my dreams have finally come true thanks to Factor's no prep, no stress meals. You can meet your wellness goals in time for summer thanks to the menu of chef-crafted meals with options like Calorie Smart, Protein Plus, and Keto. Factor's fresh, never frozen meals are dietitian approved and ready to eat in just 2 minutes, so no matter how busy you are, you're always going to have time to enjoy nutritious, great tasting meals. Every week, you can choose from 35 meal options with more than 60 add-ons. From breakfast to dessert, you're always going to have something delicious that will help you stay fueled and feel good all day long. You can also choose from 6 menu preferences to help you manage calories, maximize protein intake, avoid meat, or simply eat well balanced. The meals, once again, are dietitian approved and made with ingredients that you can trust, so it's just so easy to attain your wellness goals. I have tried these meals. I'm on like a protein plus kick, and they are so delicious. I did lie to Andrew for the first couple days and said that I made them, and he completely believed me. And as you know, I'm a goddamn chef. So treat yourself to restaurant quality meals that feature premium ingredients like filet mignon, shrimp, and blackened salmon. Keep kitchen time to a minimum. Factor meals are ready in 2 minutes. No shopping, prepping, cooking, or cleaning up. We love it. Head to factormeals.com/Bible50 and use code Bible50 to get 50% off your first box plus 20% off your next box. That's amazing. That is code Bible50 at factormeals.com/Bible50 to get 50% off your first box plus 20% off your next box while your subscription is active. I want to talk to you about something very important. Leo/Richard's bowel movements. Are you on the edge of your seat? I bet you are, Tiana. So let's just dive right in. Not literally. Verbally, okay? Ever since switching Leo over to the farmer's dog, his digestive system has been poppin', okay? And if you haven't tried it, what are you doing? The farmer's dog makes feeding real, healthy dog food easy and convenient. Your dog is going to lose their minds for it, okay? Since switching Leo, I cannot tell you the worlds of difference in just his overall lust for life, dare I say it, and more importantly, his digestive system. So the farmer's dog makes it so easy. They deliver right to your door. It's developed by vets. It's nutritionally balanced. It's made from real meat and veggies to the safety standards of human food. It is the best option for dogs of all life stages because it's not kibble, it's not canned gross goo, it's real healthy food. It doesn't matter if your dog is young or old, it is always the right time to begin investing in their health. That means more happy, healthy, and full years together. Get 50% off your first box of fresh, healthy food at thefarmersdog.com/Bible. Plus, you're going to get free shipping. Just go to thefarmersdog.com/Bible for 50% off. That is thefarmersdog.com/Bible.
I want to talk to you about Carlton.
Oh, God.
Not a day goes by that I don't think about fucking Carlton. Okay.
Well, there's plenty that go by that I don't, so I'm really grateful for that.
When I watched that season with Carlton and you, I physically would have to like get a cold rag and like bite on it when I would watch her scenes because I was so angry for you, for us at home. Like I couldn't believe how much she was coming for you with no fucking reason.
It wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah, what
Or
is
the
that?
last time, I should say. I think it's because I'm the first one there, and they think if they're going to, I don't know, I think it becomes, and it wasn't like this in the beginning,
Yeah.
but it becomes like, oh, well, Kyle's like, what do they calling me? The OG or whatever,
Right,
the
right, right.
longest and, in the
Yeah.
franchise, blah, blah, blah. So I think it's like, well, trying to work your way up and maybe knock me out of my place or something. I mean, I don't know. I've heard other people say that, so I'm going with that. I have no idea what it is, but I was like, it's not gonna
Tits
work
on
like
an
that.
ant,
Yeah, tits on an ant.
as they say.
Exactly, as they say. Yeah.
Oh my God. When was the last time you saw Lisa Vanderpump?
The last time I saw Lisa Vanderpump, I want to say it was the time that she sent us her dinner bill.
Oh, by the way, that is very funny. I'm not gonna lie.
And, it was with our boss,
Yeah.
Alex Baskin, and it was just funny. But we were like, yeah, no.
Do
Sorry.
you know that I say to my son, I used to, like, I don't even know how it came about. Like, when I would put him down for naps, I'd be like, goodbye, Cloyd. And then it's turned into, goodbye, Clyde. My husband says it. He has no idea where it's from. He's like, what is that from? I'm like, it's a really long story. I can't get into
People
it.
will yell that out of like their taxis in New York. And I'm just like, I wave and I'm like, whatever.
Oh
I
my
don't care.
God. It's so funny. We tried to prank call. I think I told you this story. We were going to call you, but we're like, Kyle's too normal and well-adjusted. This won't be fun. Which I've always said, by the way. I said the only person I would ever be friends with on The Real Housewives is Kyle Richards.
I hear that I'm the only normal one is like a common thing people say to me.
You are, and I want to just go on record and like testify to your normalcy. You really are just like lovely, warm, normal, funny, and not a fucking weirdo.
Well, thank you.
And I've like kind of dabbled in the Housewives universe. They're all just a little bit fucking weird. You know what I mean?
I mean, they know how to pick them.
They really do know how to
They
pick 'em.
really do.
And what's,
And I've helped pick some of those too that I'm like, oh, well, sorry about that.
I know, but I feel like that makes you like it kind of gives you a pass because you think who would sign up for this shit. But I feel like you're like almost like a casting agent that just happens to be on camera.
Well, I also didn't know what I was getting myself into
Yeah,
when I signed on to this.
I know.
I mean, as an actor my whole life, I was like, oh, well, it's TV,
Right.
but I get to have my kids with me. I mean, how hard can it be?
Yeah.
They can just run around and play. And, I'm picturing myself like you, home
Yeah.
with Clyde, and like making lunch and watching the baby and like doing stuff and thinking that's all. They're just following me
Totally.
around. That's my life. I don't fight with people. Well, here I am.
I know, right?
But who did you call?
Okay, so
Yeah.
this is peak COVID, and we'll never be able to release the footage because it's too inappropriate, and I just would never. But I was on a girls' trip with Heather McMahon and Jennifer Lawrence, and we were a few cocktails deep at this
Yeah.
point, slightly inebriated, and we're in an Uber, and we're like, we have an Oscar-winning actress in our car, like we gotta like use and abuse her for prank calls. So she texts Andy Cohen and is like, send me every housewife's number that you have. And within 3 minutes, we had
all our numbers.
we had everybody's cell phone number. So we call Ramona. She was out of the country. You could tell it was like an international dial tone. Okay. We called Danielle Staub, who was very offended. She goes, Andy Cohen gave you my number. I'm like, bitch, you haven't been on TV in 14 years. You've got
Oh.
Jennifer Lawrence calling you. You might want to like perk it up a little bit. You know what I mean?
So you were going for like you were going for a little bit of the more, let's say, the more complex people.
Sure. Sure. We hit
Yeah.
up Jesus Jugs,
Oh, okay.
straight to voicemail.
Oh my God, you really got all of these numbers.
Oh,
Yeah.
we were going. I think we tried Gretchen Rossi. The only person that picked up was Lisa fucking Rinna.
Oh my God, that makes me laugh.
And Jennifer gave the performance of her lifetime, okay? She said she was in Calabasas at this like local Italian restaurant, Toscanova. We were feeding her lines. We're like, tell her you're at Toscanova and you need a ride. And you had an
Lisa Rinna was
altercation
like,
with a
what?
busboy.
What are you talking about? Jennifer Lawrence.
And she's like, how do I know this is Jennifer? And Jennifer proved it. I guess they had met like at the Polo Bar a million years ago, whatever. So she's like, oh my God, it's Jennifer Lawrence. The whole time, she is just so excited to be talking to fucking J-Law that she's completely disregarding Jennifer in the performance of her lifetime, hysterically crying.
Oh my God.
Being like, I got your number from Kris Jenner. Like, I have no one to call. It's COVID. Like, I need someone to come pick me up from the Commons in Calabasas. Like, don't you live nearby? And she's like, well, it's a little bit far, honey. And the whole time she's,
Oh, this is I can so see Renna saying that. Oh my gosh. Well, I would have picked you guys up so you didn't have to, take an Uber.
that's what I was thinking. I was like, Kyle Richards would have fucking rolled through
I would
and
have.
picked us up from the Commons. We weren't at the Commons, but you would have
Right.
offered your services.
I would have. Yes.
I know. It would have been a very different experience. Lisa, oh my God. Like, oh, Jennifer Lawrence. The whole time. And Jen's like fake crying. And she's like, why are you laughing? This isn't funny. Like, I need help.
Oh,
It's
and you
so-
have footage of this?
I do. In the deep.
This is really, really valuable.
I know. In the deep cloud. It's blackmail. It's blackmail. It's so fucking funny.
Too good.
So, speaking of Housewives, we're going back. I can't help myself. We are on what, season 15?
14 is starting.
It's
Yeah,
starting.
Yeah.
Are you going to be there?
That is the big question right now. That's the decision has to be made very, very soon, like any minute.
Up to the wire.
Yeah. But that's not uncommon for it to be like this, honestly.
Yeah.
It's sort of like, each year you think, okay, well, I don't know. I mean, some years I'm like, oh, that was actually not bad, and I had fun this year, and there was very few like issues with me. It's been on someone else this year.
Yeah.
But last year really was hard. And then after we wrapped and the reunion aired, Buying Beverly Hills started.
Right.
And then it was like rehashing everything again. So I really was just like, I just don't know if I can do this. And so now there are conversations being had. Like I said, that decision has to be made very soon because filming is going to start soon. So
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. I mean, the truth is that after last season, like, it could only go up, right?
Yes, I would think so. Yeah.
Do you think so?
Yes, I do.
What does the next chapter for Kyle Richards look like?
Oh my gosh. I think that's the scariest part is that I don't really know.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, I've never been on my own,
Yeah.
which is strange to say. I mean, remember, I was a mom at 19.
Yeah. That's
And-
crazy.
Yeah, so
Crazy to think about.
I mean, when I lived alone after, getting divorced very young, I lived in Beverly Hills in a condo that my mom lived in the same building. So I was kind of alone. I lived with Farah and
Yeah.
my mom was downstairs. And so, but I've never been like, this feels very different.
Yeah.
I'm like looking at my house thinking like, I literally have learned nothing from all the things we've talked about. When I produced American Woman, I was talking about how my mom, she knew nothing when my parents got divorced. She, didn't even know how to write a check or pay taxes
Yeah.
or handle things. I've learned nothing, literally nothing.
We were talking about that earlier. I was like, everyone, make sure you read your documents. You don't want to get Teresa Giudice'd, but I don't fucking read shit.
I'm like, I trust you. That's fine, sign.
Right.
But I'm looking around my house. I've actually made a list.
Uh-huh.
I don't do like rain gutters.
Oh.
I'm sorry. Like, do I have to think about that stuff now?
Oh, God.
Like, honestly, I didn't even know they were called that. And I'm like, I have to think. I mean, that's not
same.
my job.
Like irrigation pipes?
Am I going to pick up a leaf blower?
No.
I'm not picking up a leaf. I mean, I guess I will. We have one.
There are a lot of
But-
tasks that men, regardless of like where they stand romantically with you, like they do pick up some heavy lifting in certain cases.
Yeah, well, the sparklets, and I'm not saying these are the worst things, trust me, but the sparklets water bottle, that's very hard for me to get from the garage to bring into the house.
Oh my God, it's like a CrossFit
And
competition.
to take it upstairs, it's just not going to happen.
No.
So, it's little things like that.
Yeah.
Taxes, having to, have that explained to me,
Mm. Could Mauricio like throw you a bone and just come and do a little bit of like external like landscape work once a month?
By the way, he used to say to me, like, I can't fix that. I can't do this. Have you ever heard of a Jewish handyman? I don't fix things.
That's
So
true.
it wasn't like he was that much help, but little things, heavy lifting, literally and figuratively speaking.
Yeah.
But just, I don't know. It's just strange. Like, I'm like, it's this sense of like, I am on my own.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm a mom of only daughters, and I came from a family of all women, only women. And I grew up living with obviously my mom, my sisters, and my grandmother,
A lot of
and a
estrogen.
housekeeper that was like, yes, all women. So like I'm used to that, but like now I'm back to that.
Yeah.
Like it's just strange,
It's like a
But
sorority.
yeah, except
Kappa Kappa Kyle.
Kappa Kyle, and there's good days and bad days.
Yeah.
Very bad days.
Yeah.
But I also know that I'm a very strong person, and my daughter said to me, it makes us feel happy to know that you're not like laying in your bed depressed and not taking care of yourself. Like you're up and you're happy and doing stuff, and
Yeah.
So yes, I'm really trying my best to be a good role model to them in that aspect, and the bonus part of trying to be a good role model to them is that I'm feeling good.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying my best.
This episode of the Bitch Bible Podcast is brought to you by Noom. Every time I hear about a new weight loss scheme, it makes me just want to saw off my ears with a very dull butter knife. Hold the butter. They all promise the same thing, but just give you the same old one-size-fits-all bullshit. Not with Noom. Noom builds personal plans that take into account your dietary restrictions, your medical issues, and any other personal needs to build a weight loss plan that works, personalized just for you. So as a gal on the go, I think Noom is so amazing because it truly is so personalized to meet your lifestyle. They also don't restrict what you can eat, and they don't shame you when you choose to treat yourself, because life is all about moderation and balance. That is the key to sustaining any type of diet weight loss program. Noom's program is so personalized. It feels just easier to metabolize, pun intended, and so much less restrictive. It's made it so much easier for me to build healthier routines that feel manageable and just leave me feeling better overall. Their app makes it so easy to stay motivated with daily lessons and coaching. Noom's flexible program focuses on progress instead of perfection, so you don't have to give up carbs or sugars or the drinky or any foods that make us, joyful, happy, sprightly. Noom can help you lose weight while still enjoying all of your favorite foods. I love this company so much. I just started Noom again 2 weeks ago, and it just feels easy, attainable, and I love it so much. Stay focused on what's important to you with Noom's psychology and biology-based approach. Sign up for your trial today at Noom.com and check out Noom's first ever cookbook, that is the Noom Kitchen, for 100 healthy and delicious recipes to promote better living, available to buy now wherever books are sold.
Are you interested in dating, or do you need to take a beat?
I think I need to take a beat. I mean, we're both allowed to do whatever we want,
Right.
which is so strange.
So strange.
But I don't even. I mean, if someone flirts with me at a red light, I will hit the gas and go through the red light.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't think that if you know me, but
Yeah.
I'm very uncomfortable. And my
Yeah.
friends are like, "Oh, that's not true." I'm like, "No, you don't understand. Like, I'm not good with that."
Yeah.
I mean, when I was single back in the day, if I liked somebody, I just wouldn't give them the time of day. Where's that going to get me? I would just ignore
Doesn't
them.
fare well now. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't. That's not going to be very helpful. And I don't know. Like I said, I don't like to go to social things, and so I'm like, unless someone were to climb over my gate.
Which would be a security breach.
Yes. So, yeah, I think I probably just, need a minute. Definitely.
Women are different too. I feel like men, the way that they would process this situation is so different. It's like rebound. You need a distraction. You want to get out there. You're running, whatever. Where women need to kind of like sit and marinate in the moment for a second, collect ourselves, because like we're just like highly intellectual. We're just superior than men most of the time in like processing things. And it requires like just a beat.
Well, I mean, imagine, I don't know. It would just, and this scrutiny is all too much, honestly.
And how fucking unfair is that, by the way?
I mean, I know Kyle, I'm going to use your jockey voice. Kyle, you signed up for this.
I'll do it for you.
Yeah.
But Kylie, you signed up for this.
Kyle, you signed up for this. So that's what you get. Too bad, bitch. So
With an overbite.
In a slight lisp. So yeah, it is a lot, the scrutiny. So, I mean, look what's, I've been dealing with. So I just kind of think,
look back in a year and how many headlines are around you picking up a friend from an airport, doing anything, breathing, blinking. And then Mauricio, who like and met and is
Mhm.
a lovely person, but just it's not about that. It's just about like the disparity between the two
I
and how much
mean,
heat you've taken,
I
and
know
it's
that.
so unfair.
And it's just too much because I'm still trying to figure out things myself, you know.
Right.
And I am an open person, and you know, like I had said,
Totally.
like if I knew exactly where I'm going in my life and
Yeah.
exactly what that's going to look right now, I would be happy to say like this is what it is, you know. And but right
Right.
now I just don't even know,
You can't
and that's the hard
answer
part.
if you don't have answers yourself, you can't provide
Right.
an answer for anybody else.
And
It
by the
doesn't
way,
make sense.
I wish I had those answers for me.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's what was so frustrating. Everyone wants an answer. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know yet. Like, please let me figure it out. Please.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Give you
you
a
know,
second.
I have, you know, been changed. I've been working on myself and I'm like working through things, you know, figuring it out. And I just really want more time. And I'm a lot better than I was, a lot further along in that than,
Mhm.
you know, I was a year ago. But still, here I am, not knowing exactly where my life is going to be. Like you, circling back to your original question.
Is there anything about that that excites you, or we're
No.
not there yet? Okay.
No, I mean, no,
No.
not yet.
Okay, that's honest.
You know, I don't, you know, when when you're a mom and a wife for so long and
Yeah.
like people say, well, that's not my whole identity. It kind of was.
Yeah.
It was my whole identity. And
Mhm.
so now I don't really know how to do that.
Mhm.
So I'm figuring that out. And like I mean, when people say, oh, are you single? I'm like, oh my God, like, I can't even imagine like those words coming out of my mouth, and even you know whatever
I was gonna
situation
say,
ends
would
up being
you?
like, I don't know, I don't even know, you know. So now I'm just like, no, I'm a you know I'm a mom, and I'm you know I'm figuring it
You're
out, and
navigating your storm beautifully.
yeah, I'm trying. I don't know how beautifully, like,
You're doing a good job.
um,
Trust me. You're
thank,
holding it together.
thank you.
I want to lighten the mood.
Okay.
I'll get you out of the hot seat. What are some people, places, or things that you have, you know, just a vengeful, bitchy feeling towards?
People, places, or things.
Is there anything specific that's
Mm.
just really grinding your gears? It could be something like a floating shelf, a fake ficus tree, anything that just
Well,
really
I
keeps you
actually
up at
don't
night.
like fake plants, but that's okay. That what's something that really
Neither.
bothers me, close talkers.
Oh, disgusting.
I mean, I'm really weird about that now. I'm like, I'm going to need. I don't need 6 feet since the
Right.
pandemic, but I do need 2 feet.
I think 2 feet's fair.
I actually said that to somebody somewhere the other night. I said, I'm going to need you to give me 2 feet.
Boundaries.
I don't want you screaming in my ear. I don't want I don't want to feel little droplets of spit on my face
I don't like that.
that I have to pretend that didn't land there and
You're
like wait until you turn away to wipe off. I don't want to do that.
I don't like that either.
I don't like I don't like lies. And, you know, have you ever seen when people when they lie and they yawn?
No.
See, this is funny. People don't talk about this.
Well, tell me, Kyle
Well,
Richards. I don't know
okay.
about this.
They'll be like, "No, I can't come over because I've got you know." And when they go into the fake lie, they do a fake yawn, and they won't complete the yawn. Like they don't. You can always tell when it's not a real yawn. 'Cause you
Right.
can't stifle a real yawn. It's
don't
like a
think I could-
sneeze.
I don't think I can fake
But you
yawn.
can, yeah, I can't. Yeah.
I
Like,
can't
do
do
you
it.
ask me? Do I like your sweater? Yeah, I sweater.
So you don't like
Yeah.
the sweater.
No, I don't dislike your sweater. I like your sweater. I'm
It's
just
okay.
giving it as an example. And I just wish I didn't know that about people and that I pick up on that about people because I notice it a lot. And it's like, I
Oh.
look and I'm like, yeah.
Oh my God, I did not even
Well,
realize that.
now, no,
Now I'm going to.
you know, think about what I do and how often I see like, yeah, I'm not gonna.
Oh my God, now I'm going to be really assessing the yawns because I
I'm
have.
gonna have to, I mean, I'm not a psychologist, but we should look into this, what this exactly means.
No, you know what it is? It's just like not being direct. It's trying to interfere with like natural communication with gestures.
Mhm.
It's like when people look away or people like start futzing with shit. It's because they're not being honest.
Well, even dogs will do it. If a dog is like, you know, nervous or uncomfortable, they'll do a yawn.
Well, you know, you have 47 of them.
I do. Quit saying that. Do you want me to go to prison?
Don't you think that because your home is so large with so much land that maybe you should be allocated more dogs legally.
Well, that's what I was wondering because I think it's like almost 2 acres. So I'm like, how many per square foot do I get?
She's going to have like 47
Am I
dogs.
really what if they come and take one from me because all of this? See, this is what I have to worry about.
I know. I'll do a Kickstarter campaign, or we'll do like a competing Vanderpump Dogs marathon walk or whatever.
Okay, this is a good idea.
And we'll call it Kappa Kappa Kyle canines.
I feel like when in the morning when I let my dogs out
Yeah.
and they run out, I look at them and I think this literally looks like a kennel, or I look like a professional dog walker.
Yeah.
And if people knew what it looks like in the morning, which I should probably tell them, the cameras, if I do this, that they should come really early in the morning because
Right.
if you saw, I literally tripping over them, they're knocking me over. I'm screaming the F word so many
By the way,
times.
I witnessed it when I came to your house because one of them got loose. And I was like, I think it was Andrew's fault. Like, I feel like he didn't close the door in time. And then one of your 87 dogs, like,
I do remember this, yeah.
started running. And I was like, God damn it, Andrew, fucking Kyle Richards' house for fucking Passover. You're barely Jewish. You get the fuck out there and you start running. And I was like, so mad at him. And he just immediately took off. I'm like, find the fucking dog. You're embarrassing me.
Well, I got a DM from a psychic, and he sent me some voice notes and saying like some little things he's been picking up on.
Yeah.
And he said, your mom wanted me to let you know that your new dog's going to try to get out of the gate, so be careful. And that is just so something my mom would say.
Right.
So I was like, and she actually stays to the back and lays on the porch, whatever. So
I mean, if you've ever followed you on Instagram, though, that's not like the craziest.
it's not the
notion.
craziest thing. This is true, but I don't know.
Okay.
So it's just weird that this happened because it has not happened. I've had the dog a while now, and none of the dogs have gotten out in a while.
Yeah.
They, try, whatever. But so I come home the other day, and for one of the few times I'm wearing high heels, I open my gate, and for some reason they're all right there. And I'm like, no! And Portia's just learning how to drive because usually they hang out to the back of the property.
Right.
So I pull and I stop the car because they're like sharks circling my
Yeah.
car. And I'm like, no! I stop, but I stop right at the sensor that keeps the gate open. They start to run out the gate.
No.
I jump out of the car and I go, get in the seat! Get in the car seat, in the seat, whatever, the driver's seat. Portia, she jumps in the driver's seat. She doesn't really know how to drive yet. I see the car going like this, like stopping, starting, stopping, starting. I'm screaming. Storm runs out. The little one runs out. I'm running down the street, screaming in my high heels. The neighbors come out. I'm like, why? And then, when I rescued this last dog, Mo said to me, this is probably not the best timing.
Right.
And I was like, you're not the boss of me.
Yeah.
And here I am.
Oh my
But
God. Do they all sleep in the bed with you?
No.
Oh, okay.
One of the German Shepherds does, Luna. She lays
Do you
right
wrap
across.
all of your limbs around them?
She lays across where I have to. She likes to right where my legs go.
So annoying.
I sleep sideways so that she can have the proper space.
Of course.
And I sleep going the wrong direction.
Right.
Because I don't want to disrupt Luna's sleep, of course.
Well, that would just be rude.
Yeah. So, and then the other ones are later. They're like area rugs.
Yeah.
They're
they're like sheepskins.
Literally. And then I wake and then I wake up and I'm like, oh my God, don't fall on the dogs. And I'm like, there's like little landmines. I'm like, walking around them.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And then 2 sleep downstairs on the doors. I'm like, good.
I love your house, by the way. It is my favorite house in every Real Housewives franchise. And when I went into your home, I'm like, oh my God, I was so happy. I was like, the wallpapers, the light fixtures. I feel like my house is like your home's poor gay brother.
I love your home and I love your neighborhood. I'll trade houses with you because honestly, I don't need that space and I don't want that space.
Let's switch.
Okay, let's switch. Also, if you ever have, any problems and you need a little space, please move into my guest house.
Oh my God, I would love to.
Yeah, and also speaking of wallpaper, I was picking out wallpaper. I can do whatever I want. I'm
I
picking
know.
out wallpaper by myself, paint colors. I'm like, I don't have to run this by anybody. I will paint the
Kappa Kappa Kyle.
pink. I'm gonna do pink in my bathroom.
Nice.
So I was like picking out wallpaper the other day all by myself, and I was thinking about you and your wallpaper. So anyway, you
love
should come
that.
up and give me some design tips.
Oh, please. You do not need any tips from me, but I just want to like come and sniff the walls and everything. I love it. I love the woodwork. I love your the brass stair rail and the runner. I love everything.
Thank you. Thank
It's
you.
So pretty.
Oh, there's lots of space for you to come hang out with me. So
What type of interior adjustments will you be making for Kappa Kappa Kyle?
Kappa Kappa Kyle is going for a more like modern,
Oh,
maybe cleaner
Okay.
vibes.
interesting.
I literally hate every single thing I've bought that I look at now. I'm like,
Really?
what has happened? I don't know what,
yeah.
And I'm clearing out. I think I read something talking about like clutter and energy, and I have a lot of clutter
Okay.
because I have a lot of things going on in my life. I'm juggling, a lot of jobs and things. So next thing I know, like there's just clutter everywhere. So I'm clearing all that out. I'm changing my runner. I don't want the leopard runner anymore.
Okay.
Getting rid of that.
Got it.
I'm changing my sofas. I want like a cleaner line. Yesterday, I don't know. I just pick things. I make mistakes all the time. I don't even measure,
I do the same exact
and I hope
thing.
it works.
I do the same thing. I have bought so many pieces of art. I paneled all my walls at Kappa Schimmel, and nothing fits. I don't like to measure things. Sometimes, you walk into a store, you see something that speaks to you, you buy
Yes.
it, and you have nowhere for it to go.
You have no idea. My garage. I'm going to have a garage sale, I think.
I would love to work it.
Because my garage has so many sofas and chairs,
Yeah.
things that I bought that was a mistake.
Yeah.
And Faye Resnick is always like, you need to stop and control yourself. But I'm like, no, I love this. I don't care. I love it. And then it doesn't work in this room. It goes around all the rooms. And then I realize it was a mistake. But then I'm going to figure something out to do with it.
Yeah.
So this is what I do.
Same.
Another thing I realized is that, growing up in a house with all women, things are always broken.
Yeah.
So when I was growing up, my mom would be like, if
The feminists will love that.
well, I'm just telling you, they can come on over and help me fix it then. So, no, growing up, it was like, like I said, all women. And if something was broken, it just stayed broken.
Sure.
And
I totally get
and if
that.
we had a date come to pick us up, my mom would be, oh, hi, so nice to meet you. Honey, would you mind taking a look at the refrigerator? And and I would be so embarrassed. But, I kind of get that now.
Yeah.
Because, now I'm like, when is there going to be a next male visitor that can carry up the Sparklets bottle? Because, of course, I am strong. I could do it, but I don't want to hurt my back.
You need a cabana boy.
I need a cabana boy.
For Kappa Kyle, you need a cabana boy. I would like to head rush for you.
Okay.
I would like to organize it. I will do all the hazing. You won't have to do it. You don't want that on your hands.
When can we start this process?
Next week. I'm ready.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm learning a lot about my own mom through this process. I will tell you that much.
I bet. I feel like there's a book somewhere here.
Yeah.
Look at what am I doing? Now I'm like being your fucking publicist. I'm like, are we thinking books? Are we thinking Kappa Kyle? I love it. Kyle Richards, you are a delight, a star, a friend, and a feminist. Don't fucking forget it.
Who can't fix things?
Who can't fix a fucking light bulb. Please come back.
I would be happy to.
This wasn't too painful, right?
No, I love it.
Okay, good. Thank you so much. Tell everyone where they can find you. I only have 3 listeners, so it's not.
Please. I always listen to you, by the way, on all my drives.
Well, that's why
you make me happy when I'm feeling sad, so thank you.
Oh my God, that's very sweet. That's why I knew you weren't going to cancel, because I'm like, she already knows what she's getting herself into.
Yes, I'm literally like, I like murder podcasts also, but I'm like, I'm too depressed for that right now. I need to listen to Jackie and laugh.
Well, they're very similar. Very similar.
Where can they find me? At Kyle Richards 18 on Instagram. Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
Kappa Kyle, we're recruiting, so roll through. Thank you so much, Kyle.
Thanks, Jackie. Bye.